welcome to Candid Camera.
With Candii and Dita.
With Candii and Dita. Today we're going to be doing our first video on hookah setup, hookah accessories, price ranges, and things like that. Of the two of us, I'm the hookah expert. Dita is going to be asking some commonly asked questions.
I got y'all on the questions, y'all.
She got us on the questions. If you guys can think of any other questions to ask, please don't hesitate to leave comments in the comment section, because I will be happy to do another video and answer any questions that I left out in this.
So make sure you got your wine.
Make sure you got your wine.
Make sure you chilling, honey.
Yeah.
Because we about to get you right, and Candy's gonna get all of us right when it comes to this hookah shit. Okay.
Right. Okay. So.
Are you ready?
Yes,
to start
I'm ready.
Setting up?
I'm ready to start setting up. The type of hookah I'm going to be setting up today is a Kalel Mamoon. This is one of the more
that sounds sexy, don't it?
It does. It's one of the more expensive hookahs because these hookahs are made in Egypt. They're gold plated, and I'm just going to show you the stem. This part is called the stem. If you ever seen a hookah, this is the part that goes like this is where you would put your bowl with your shisha, which is your tobacco in it, and your coals. And this goes all the way down into your other bowl. Bowl. So, how do we know this is a Kalel Mamoon? It says it right here on the stem. And you should get a hose that comes, it says it here in gold plated. And it also says it on the hose that you could get that comes with it. So.
Okay. So, y'all know I got y'all with the questions. There's some shit I want to know too.
Okay.
Alright, so the first question I wanted to ask you was, do you remember the first time you smoked from a hookah?
Yes, I remember the first time I smoked from a hookah. I don't know, I don't. I've done so much hookah. I don't.
You don't?
It's going back so far, you guys. I do not remember the first time I smoked from a hookah. I don't. I've smoked so much hookah since then. I had so many new hookah experiences that I do not remember the first time.
So, but it's easy. Well, it's easy to say you loved it,
right?
Because you continue to
do
like
it and build on it.
Yes. Okay.
I don't remember the first time I smoked from hookah. I'm sorry.
So, okay. Second question.
Is
it therapeutic for you to smoke hookah? Does it put you like in a good place?
It does. It does for me. Hookah smoke does for me what weed smoke does for a lot of people. But it puts me in a sense of control. Like a lot of people like to smoke weed and then they get stuck. I'm one of those people, I don't like to get stuck. I just like to kind of bring myself down to a state of tranquility, to a state of calm.
Yeah. So
hookah smoke kind of just does that for me.
Okay.
It just brings me down.
So it's like a good stress reliever.
It's a good stress reliever, yes.
Okay.
Alright.
So what makes you want to pursue the hookah business, like hookah lounge?
Because it's a different experience from what a lot of people are used to. You go to like cigar bars and people go to like clubs and all that stuff, and I feel like hookah, since hookah became big in the United States, it's really been a big thing.
Yeah. And
it's just a whole different experiences, and there's so many things you can do with it, and there's so many different flavors, and it's just so many, different outlets when you come to hookah.
Right.
So I just feel like that's marketable and that's profitable. And
okay. So, we've had hookahs from different places.
Right.
But we also smoke hookah here because she makes them good.
Right.
So, have you ever been to a place like their price was just ridiculous? What do you think the right price would be? Like for your hookah lounge and stuff like that? You got that kind of stuff coming up.
Right.
What's like ridiculous?
When it comes to hookah, I have not seen ridiculous prices.
Okay.
Your price is really based off of what you're giving your customer.
Right.
You have the tobacco that's really cheap. That they try to sell for ridiculous prices, and it's cheap. Like they're not gonna try to sell you that cheap tobacco for ridiculous prices. But then you have the more high-priced tobacco, and that does cost money.
Yeah.
And sometimes they undervalue their tobacco so that you'll buy the whole hookah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just like a good buzz. If you know how to make hookah correctly, that's also a plus.
Okay.
Like I know I've never been to a place where they charge me more than what it was worth. I know if I'm going somewhere and the price is really, really cheap, then I'm finna get some really, really cheap product from somebody who really doesn't.
But it's good that you get to experience that, so you know how to do
yeah,
yours
it is.
when you do it.
It is, but I'm gonna bring people high quality products, so
Yes.
I want y'all to know that when y'all get there, those prices are fair. I'm not trying to cheat y'all out of no money. I'm putting my heart and soul into my hookahs, and I'm bringing y'all like a dynamic product.
So do you have a favorite hookah you like to smoke out of? Would you say?
I like my Khalil Moon. This is my favorite one right now.
Okay. So what makes that your favorite one?
It smells really good. It brings a very good time. And I feel like every time I kind of work with it and tamper with it, I get better at it.
Okay.
And I bring a better cloud. Like I know, like they come over all the time, and like when I set up my hookah, every time I set it up, I say, "Oh my God, this is the best one I ever did." Like.
So say the name again.
It's the Khalil Moon.
Khalil Moon.
Yes. So what we're gonna do now is kind of get this hookah set up going, and I'm really particular about what I put into my bottom bowl, you guys. I like cold water. I like cold items in here, and that's because when you bring that smoke down, cold air, the cold water is gonna hold that smoke better. It's gonna give you so much of a better cloud. It's gonna hold that smoke better. It's not gonna let it disperse as quickly as if the contents of this were room temperature or hot. So what I did get was cold water here, and I like to spike my hookahs.
Spike it. And leads me to my next question.
Next question.
So I was asking, what are some extra things that you add to give the flavor or boost of the hookah?
Okay, so of course, like I said, I like to add my cold ingredients, cold water, cold water. Most of the time, I want it so cold that I put ice in it.
Yeah.
Because you want that coldness. That coldness is gonna hold that smoke so much better for you. And it's gonna enhance the flavor. Also, sometimes.
So do you pour like the whole thing?
You want to pour it about 3/4 of the way, and you don't want any water to go into the neck of this bottle.
Okay.
When I say 3/4 of the way, you want to fill 3/4 of the larger part up. And since we're adding liquor to this one, let's just go about halfway, and then that last quarter we're gonna add liquor to. Because when I say spike it, I really like to spike my hookahs. Like I really want you to inhale that vodka. Like I want you to taste it. So, like I said, about half of the way up, and I'm not quite there yet.
So, what coals and tobacco do you prefer?
Oh, prefer?
Like, what kind did you say was like your favorite?
My favorite coals are always gonna be coconut coals, just because coconut coals hold heat so much better.
Coconut coal, y'all.
Coconut coals. Today we're using something called coconut zeal. This is not my favorite, but we're going to use it because that is what I cannot find today.
So we're gonna use the cocoa zeal.
We're gonna use the cocoa zeal. But coconut coals are gonna give you better heat. They're gonna give you longer lasting heat, and they're gonna give you, there are quick light coals, and the reason I stopped using quick light coals so much is because they have that lighter fluid on them. That when you put the lighter up to them, it lights all over. They have that lighter fluid on them, and you can get poisoning from that, inhaling all of that lighter fluid. So you don't want to. And then when you do use the quick light coals, and I'm gonna show y'all a good example of what a quick light looks like. They come in the little rolls like this, and they're the little circular.
So they're the ones already with the
fluid on them.
The fluid on it.
Right. So you want to make sure this is good and lit, and there's no more sparks flying from it before you pull from your hookah, because it's gonna taste so nasty, and it will actually give you carbon dioxide poisoning if you pull too much of that. So you definitely want to make sure that this is lit. So you want to light it, you want to see all the sparks fly, and like give it a minute or two just before you pull from it, so you don't get that carbon dioxide poisoning. These are the ones that give you carbon dioxide poisoning. Right, the cocoa zeals and the coconut coals. You light those on the stove, you pretty much wait until they turn a gray ashy color, take them off, put them in a hookah, and you're good to go. You can pull immediately, but you definitely want to like let it sit there for a little bit just so it can get hot and make smoke.
So, personally, hookah expertise, hookah goddess, what would would you say your favorite flavor is?
Right now,
Yes.
I am addicted to the gummy bear flavors.
We love mint too.
And we love anything with mint in it.
Like a fruity and mint.
Right. Here
Okay,
are the,
so you like gummy
here
bears.
are the codes I was looking for.
Okay.
I'm dumb as shit.
Those are the coals.
Today we're gonna try a watermelon flavor and a citrus tea flavor.
Titanium flats, y'all.
Yeah, so those are better codes. We're gonna use those today. Actually, we're not gonna use the cocoa beans, but always coconut codes are better. They're always better.
What flavors we got?
We have watermelon, and these are strikingly fresh. What I like about strikingly fresh is they are super, super, super potent hookah tobacco. I also like to use
citrus tea.
Fantasia. This is a cheaper product, but it's a lot of bang for your buck. It's really juicy, which is a good thing in your favor because it's gonna give you a whole lot of flavor, and it's very potent, so it's gonna give you a whole lot of flavor, and it lasts. It lasts a long time. And when it's juicy like that, that means you get more smoke out of it because it's not gonna dry up as fast.
Okay.
So you're not gonna get a burnt flavor immediately. It's gonna take some time. There are other ones like it's in a little yellow box, and I can't think of the name of it, but it's like a cheaper, and it's not as wet, and it dries up pretty quickly. But strikingly fresh is super wet. It's so wet, in fact, that I don't like touching this with my fingers because that juice gets all over your hands, and you have to make sure this is sealed tight because if you put it away to store it, it'll leak. So that's how juicy this is, and it's a lot of bang for your buck. And these ones are about $12.99 a pack. Totally worth it if you ask me. I love strikingly fresh. Fumari, love them. And Fantasia. I fucks with Fantasia a long way as well.
Okay, so how many hookahs do you say you own?
Okay, so right now I'm looking at 4.
Okay. Did you name them?
I did not name my hookahs, unfortunately, but they all know that they have a special place in my heart. I remember the day I bought all of them.
Oh shit! Now that's important.
Yeah, it's like how like when you have a
special.
baby, you remember that day. I remember the day I bought each and every one of my hookahs.
Oh.
And
how many more do you want?
I do not have a limit on the amount of hookahs I want. My personal collection is going to continue to grow until I'm literally sick of looking at hookahs when I walk out of bed. It's just going to continue to grow and grow. Yes. I want 6 more by the end of the year. So every time I buy one, I promise to give you guys a video and let you check it out. Even if it's not going to be that long. It may just go on the Instagram page just to let y'all know, like, okay, update, we got to do baby alert, like, hookah video.
Okay. So what would you say the difference is between the big ones and the small ones?
Like price.
Price and like, would you say how they smoke is different or it's like the same thing?
I do not think how they smoke is different. What I do think is different between the ones that I have is
because she got like 2 small ones and 2 large ones.
2 very large ones.
2 very large ones.
So I have a 4 hose, and that is
more people.
More people. And that's just and you really don't need a multiple hose hookah. And I'm telling people that now because you're gonna have so much better a cloud with a 1 hose hookah. This thing that I'm putting on the edge of this is called a diffuser. What it does is it disperses the bubbles, so when you pull from your hookah, it's gonna make this loud thumping watery sound. And if you put one of these on, it kind of disperses that sound and makes it a little more light, a little more airy, and it's not as annoying or loud. Okay. But what I was saying was, you don't need a 4 hose hookah. You don't even need a 2 hose hookah. You want a good cloud. Y'all just gonna have to pass it around. That's it.
Pass it.
Pass it. Y'all pass blunts all the time. You have to pass it. Yeah. Okay. So what are some main do's and don'ts you would say when it comes to hookahs? Like, for people who are starting out? Do watch how-to videos. Definitely watch how-to videos because there are some good learning material, and this is gonna be an info, not let me put it right on. And this is a but do definitely watch how-to video. So when I thought I knew everything about hookahs, I did not. And going on YouTube and watching actual people who do hookah for a living, go on YouTube and put their hookahs together was very enlightening for me because I learned a lot of my tips and tricks, and then I, you know, took their stuff and kind of evolved from it. So definitely watch how-to videos on how to do it, and then you, when you get to a certain level, then you evolve what you're doing. Don't try to smoke weed out of your hookah by itself. Let me tell you why.
Why?
A lot of people think that hookah is just bringing the air past it. No, it's actually heating it up. And when you put something in your hookah that's dry, you have to mix it with something wet. Because what that
mixing that in the tobacco?
Mixing weed and the tobacco, you're gonna be completely fine. Because you need something wet in there. Something with a little juice on it. And if you get something like this, the Strikingly Fresh, it's super juicy. You don't need a whole lot. Mix that in with your weed just to make it wet. And then you can go ahead and smoke it. Because what that coal is gonna do is dry it out. And dry on dry equals what? Fire. So you're gonna be inhaling some really harsh stuff. So you just don't want that. You just want something wet on top of it. I do recommend you put a little bit of shisha in with your weed if you're gonna do it.
Shisha.
This is not a bong. No. And even in bongs you have to use water. You know what I'm saying? So don't be stupid. Okay. Alright. So we got it half of the way there. And then what I just did was just stuck that down in there. So
I love this gold. How much was this one?
This one was $160.
Yeah. It's pretty though.
It is so worth it.
It looks like it do smoke good too.
It's a good product. It's a great product. So I'm gonna go ahead and put, this is the plate. You definitely need one of these. This is super important. People downplay this. It goes around here just like this. But when it's time to knock those coals off.
Yes. Now please be careful with them coals.
Please be careful with the coals because
they
the coals
are
super
so hot.
Super hot. And what I'm gonna do right now is go ahead and put a few of these on the stove. Okay, everybody. What I'm gonna do next is go ahead and set up my bowl. And I got this bowl for like $10 off of Amazon. And what you're gonna hear a lot from a lot of people is that the bowls that, you know, pre-come with these are they're trash, and they are because they have holes all the way around the bottom. And what that does is allows your product to drain out so it doesn't stay wet as long. So what I did was I got a bowl that you put the shisha or the tobacco, you put it around this circle and it kind of holds it, and it takes it longer to dry out because it's holding that liquid in the bottom, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pack my bowl. I don't like to pack my bowl too tight because you do want air to be able to flow through your shisha and get that good flavor. So today what we're gonna use, and I'm gonna let Dita choose between watermelon and citrus tea.
Citrus tea
is what we're gonna do today. And this is my first time opening these. These are brand new packs and they are worth it, but they're kind of thin. They are worth it. They're very juicy. And I do not touch this stuff with my hands once again.
So make sure you got some good tongs.
Some good tongs. Most hookahs come with a set of tongs. If you want to buy you a specialty set of tongs, you go right ahead. Let your money spin that. I'm going to just put this in this bowl. And I'm just going to kind of break it up a little bit. And make sure it's like not so clumpy, not sitting on top of each other.
So y'all, the different stuff, I personally tried with Candii, and she's put in the hookah. She's put ice in the bottom. She already explained to you about ice. You put fruit in there.
I put fruit. Right? Frozen fruit is also a good alternative.
Yeah, she put frozen fruit in there one time.
It delivers a good flavor, and also it's frozen, so it's gonna make that, like I told y'all earlier, it's gonna make it cooler.
Yeah.
So that's the good part. And I'm just gonna be packing this down as much as, I'm not packing it down at all. I'm trying to just let it be light and airy. But I want to get it all the way around you guys. So you do not want to like push it down or pack it down on top of it, because one, you're wasting your shisha. You're wasting it. And 2,
don't waste the shisha.
Don't waste the shisha because the shit is expensive. Like if I had to put expense on everything in my hookah setup, I would say the shisha is the most expensive with this one because you're going to dust stuff. Alright, and that bowl is good, and I'm gonna just let y'all see the inside of that, and that is good. It's packed down pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and sit this on top. Now, most people, once they have their bowl on, they're gonna cover it with foil. That is still a great method. I love that method for all my other hookahs. But this one came with a part to put the coal in. When you're covering it with foil, make sure you do more than 1 layer of foil, because if you don't, then it's gonna be too much heat on your shisha, and it's gonna dry out really, really quick. So if you're gonna do it, my minimum that I do personally is gonna be 3 layers. So you want to do 3 layers of foil over this, and you're gonna just squeeze it tight. Make sure it's tight. Make sure this part on the top is flat, and then you're gonna just poke like a spiral design of holes in it. And that's just, you know, it's going to be bigger than the size of whatever coal you're going to put on top. Like I said, mine came with this metal piece, which I love because it has holes pre-designated in it. It distributes the heat very well only to the outside around the shisha. So it has to go through the shisha to get to that middle part, which I love. And then we're just going to sit there on top just like that. Then I'm going to go ahead and put the coals in. Alright, and we're back. We have our coals, and I'm just kind of distributing the coals around so that they fit in here. The design of this bowl is circular and the coals are square, and I'm just trying to get them heat side down inside this circular bowl, and that is what they're doing. And it smells so good already. So you want to just make sure that it's covered, but you want to make sure the air is getting to it.
The different size tips.
Oh, the different size tips. They're not really different sizes, but they're different designs, rather. I'm going to go ahead and let you choose a hose. You can choose whatever hose from over there on that.
Let's choose
rack that you want. Alright, and this is the Kalima Moon hose, and this is actually the hose that came with this hookah. So you can hold on to this part. And this is the part that you smoke out of. This is the part that you put in the hookah. Typically, you know the difference because the part that you put in the hookah is going to be much smaller than the part that you're supposed to pull out of. So just hold on to that for me, Didi, if you may. I have 2 different size hookah tips. The way that I differentiate between them is male and female. And let me just tell y'all how I explain this to everybody else. Female hookah tips are going to go over the hookah. Male hookah tips are going to go in the hookah stand.
Of course.
So that makes it, just think of it like that. Even if you want to think of it as a sexually provocative type of thing, that's fine, but that is the way you're going to think about it. If you have a smaller hookah head, and I'm just going to pull one of these off of my hookah hose shelf, one like this, you're going to use a female. Because this is so small, and this is a female tip that I have in my hand. This is a female, this is kind of unisex tip because it could go in that one. It could go in this one, like so. And you can smoke out of it and not touch this with your lips. Or, if you have a smaller tip to your hookah hose, it could go over it. And all you want to do is just put that over it like that. And your lips are not going to touch the stem. So this is a unisex. And I like to have these around the house because, like I said, they're unisex. Any holes that I use, I can still use them. And I have a pretty decent sized bag of them, so I really never run out of those.
Yeah. Big bag.
I also have the all male hookah tips. And these are just male.
Are they right now?
Yep. And they're down here on this shelf. And they look like this. They're long in nature. And these are the ones that are just gonna go in your hookah. So I'm just open this for you guys. It's not gonna fit in this one. These are for females. If it has like a metal tip, it's usually gonna need a female hookah tip. If it's something long like this and probably more open, you can just slide something like that straight down in it. And these are the ones you want to use for the Kalima Moon hoses because they usually have a wider opening at the end.
Yes.
So, also you want to make sure you, and a lot of people don't have this, and I don't know why, because hookahs generally come with them these little plastic pieces. What are they for? To make sure you have a seal built for your hookah. You're gonna slide. I like to slide it onto the hookah hose.
Does that help with the smoke?
It does, because then when you have that seal, less smoke is escaping per pull.
Okay.
So if you put this in here, it's not really gonna be a good seal. You're gonna get smoke coming out all around your hookah tip.
Right.
When you put this on here like this, you're creating a seal, and it's gonna stay in there now. And it's only coming out through your hookah hose. This is my hookah, so I feel completely comfortable putting my lips on it. If anybody else doesn't, then that's fine. But I think I've given it an adequate amount of time to go ahead and heat up. I like to open it up a little bit, and that's what this is for. It's about this is about the amount of smoke you're trying to build up in your chamber. It's not about adding another hose. This is never to add another hose to your hookah. That is never a good idea. You want to keep your one hose hookah because it is going to produce the most smoke for you.
We're gonna get that smoke going, y'all.
After a couple good pulls, I already taste that flavor. The flavor is amazing.
Citrus mint.
It's citrus tea.
Tea.
Yeah. I always feel it. I already feel it kind of relaxing me. You already see the smoke filling up the chamber. You know you've done a pretty good job with your hookah setup. I like to build up a very good cloud before I let anybody else smoke it. So hold on 1 second.
There you go. Yes, to the hookah. Alright, y'all. She a good teacher at this shit because I ain't know. Some of y'all didn't know either. She did really good with teaching us the do's and the don'ts of everything. That's a good smoke.
And it's a good smoke. And it tastes so good. And I wish you guys could hear the smell because it smells so good. If you have any recommendations for a hookah shisha that is your favorite, that you would love us to try, go ahead and leave that in the comment section too, because we are super interested in what you guys want us to try.
Please send that.
This citrus tea by Strikingly Fresh Fumari is really, really good. It's actually really, really good. I had my doubts about it. I was kind of on the fence. I didn't think it was going to taste as good. But y'all, it is totally worth it. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you sat down with your wine and learned a few things
about hookah. And stay tuned because Candii will have her own hookah lounge. Yes.
Okay. And I'm going to be giving you guys.
And we would love for y'all to come and support.
The invite and the deets, honey. And of course, we're going to be having a lot of more interesting things coming up from myself and lovely Miss Dita Boo. So we'll see you guys in the next episode of Candid Camera.
See y'all later.
See y'all. Bye.